How does this camera work?
What's up guys, Jeebs here, and today I'm going to tell you exactly how much I paid for my 2018 BMW M2 LCI, and I'm also going to tell you how I avoided paying taxes on it. Other things we're going to cover in this video today is exactly how much insurance costs. I'm 28 years old, so I'll cover those numbers for you, and any other expenses such as clear bra, paint protection film, which I guess is the same thing. All that stuff is going to be covered in this video. If you're interested in other expenses with this car, I am going to cover them completely. I have an Excel file at home that tracks absolutely everything that I'm going to be spending on it. So if you're someone that's kind of nervous about buying a car like this, which can be expensive to repair, I personally don't think it is, especially because of warranty and just doing the proper maintenance. I don't think it's that bad. So I will cover that over the years of me owning the car. So the first thing we're going to cover, what you're all here for, is the actual price of the car. So it's a 2018 model. It came with 9,300 miles on it, and the owner was asking me $46,900. He was up in Utah. I ended up paying $46,000 flat for it. Now with 9,300 miles on it, that's pretty decent on the mileage. The main thing I was worried about was the condition of the paint. The condition of the paint on this car and everything on this car was absolutely perfect. And that was a huge, huge deal for me. There was another M2 out in the Bay Area that had about $10,000 in M Performance upgrades on it, but the front bumper was destroyed. I can just tell that the owner did not take care of the car like he should have. This owner, I mean, there's no watermarks, there are no paint chips, it is perfect condition, and that was a really big deal for me because I wanted to clear bra it and take care of it the best way I could for the life of the car. Registration on this car was $863, and that is for 1 year. That's one bad thing about owning a car in Arizona, is the registration on these things is extremely expensive. I think it's a percent of what the actual initial value of the car is. So that kind of sucks every year. Every 2 years paying $1,500, you get a little discount if you pay 2 years up front. Insurance on this car, and that's another thing that kind of sucks about Arizona, is insurance can be expensive. This car costs $175 per month. It's a little expensive. I am going to shop it around a little bit. I currently go through State Farm, and I have 3 cars under my policy. So every month it costs me $388 for insurance, and I can do another video just covering that as well. The paint protection film. So let's take a look at where I put that on this car. So we did on this back bumper right here. From the factory, it comes with PPF right along here because of the flared out rear fenders to be able to house the wheels. These are M3, M4 wheels, so because of that, you have to make it sit flush, they had to bring the fender out a little bit more, and just like on a 911, this comes from the factory. We also did the door cups right here. We also did the mirror caps and also this piano black, all the way up the A-pillar to about 10 inches up here, and you can see this division line goes right across. There's a little bit of dust on the car. The front rocker panels are covered, the hood is covered, and also the front bumper and headlights are all protected by that. Very important to do that out in Arizona just because of the intense sun. There's also rocks all over the roads out here, so making sure that's protected. This stuff is extremely strong, so I've even seen demonstrations where they take a pen and try to stab through it while someone's holding up a sheet of it, and it won't go through. So I've hit some rocks and things like that, and there'll be some dust, and I just kind of wipe it off and it's protected. So on the Focus ST, that's one of my biggest regrets, is not getting that done up front. It is a little bit of an investment, but over the life of the car and holding value, it's absolutely worth it. Insurance, which is $175 plus $475. No, yeah, it's all right. I'm in a public space.
Sharp car.
Thanks.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
One of the reasons you see extremely expensive cars, exotics, whatever, with Montana license plates is because what some rich people will do is create an LLC in Montana, and they'll be able to register the car in Montana. So they're able to save in some cases tens of thousands, maybe on multi-million-dollar cars, hundreds of thousands of dollars on taxes. So that's why you'll see the Montana plates. So now let's talk about financing. This car is financed. I did $20,000 down, which leaves us $26,000 to finance over a 60-month period or a 5-year term at 3.69%. So what that leaves us with is a payment of $475 per month, and the total cost of interest over the life of the loan is $2,512. Now, my goal, just like with the Focus ST, is to pay that off in around 3 years, maybe a little less, so I won't actually pay the full amount of interest on it, and I actually got a pretty good interest rate, so I'm happy with all of that. I think my Focus I paid off in 3 years, maybe a little less than that, so it's just really nice having no car payment. One thing that people constantly warn you about with buying a car like this is the maintenance and when it breaks and all of that stuff. That's all you hear in YouTube comments. But the reality is this thing is covered under warranty until 2021. So with BMW, it's a 4-year, 50,000 mile, whichever comes first, warranty. And you can also extend it up to 7 years. Now, if you extend it up to 7 years, I think that's their Platinum package. I'd have to look it up. But that can be up to $7,500. So what do you get for all of that? Well, you get 7 years of warranty coverage, but then that also covers things like brake pads and rotors and things that are very expensive to replace on this car. So you can have that all as a fixed expense and you don't have to worry about it. The N55 motor that's in this is also an older motor and proven and reliable. So I'm really not worried about maintenance. But if there are any hiccups or anything like that, I'm going to cover them on this channel. Some other thought that I've put into this purchase is the depreciation of the car. So I got an LCI model, meaning that it has the updated headlights. It also has a digital display and the full LED rear tail lights. So let's take a look at the interior real quick. Now, some of the BMW purists like to have those gray dials. I am not a BMW purist. I just like this car specifically. So, having this is going to help help reduce the depreciation over the life of the car. There are also only 476 M2 LCIs produced in this spec, so that is manual transmission and Long Beach Blue. It's a fairly rare car in the United States. The other thing, again, that is going to help with depreciation is not having to throw money away paying taxes on it. Again, if I had to pay almost $4,000 in taxes, that money is not coming back, it's just thrown away. So everything that I've done to the car so far, including the paint protection film, that stays with the car and if anything increases the value a little bit because it's nice peace of mind knowing you're buying a car that has been protected properly since the first day. That is about it. That's a look at my 2018 BMW M2 LCI. I find these videos helpful. I mean, anytime you're shopping for a car and you're able to see what other people are paying for similar models to what you're buying, I think that can be really helpful. Make sure you're getting a fair price. But I had low mileage and just being in perfect condition and totally stock. It was owned by a guy who was a police officer. He was in his 60s. So he said he never even chirped the tires on it. And honestly, after meeting him, he probably didn't. So it is just a beautiful spec. If you're interested in buying this car, I highly recommend you drive it, but it's not going to disappoint you. It's just, it's a purist dream as far as driving goes. The shift engagement is absolutely perfect. I think the power is good. It's rear-wheel drive. It has the balance and feel of an E46 M3, and that's really what BMW was missing. I don't find anything else in BMW's lineup currently that exciting. I should be able to do a comparison video with the M2 competition that's out there. But yeah, just enjoying owning this car. Thank you all for the support. If you're interested in this car, I'm going to be doing tons of upgrades and videos coming up, so make sure you stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.